systems go. Clear for liftoff.
What is going on, Shibit Nation YouTube station? We are back with another edition of the MLB show. It's your boy Ham. It's your boy Matt here on a Thursday. 5 games to break down. You can see I got a little bit of different background going on. I'm in the great state of Virginia. Matt, I just passed the Pentagon, just passed the nation's capital. It's pretty cool to see. I didn't get to go tour it like I wanted to, but I'm filling in for my guy G. Rosin today. We have 5 games on the slate. We got some rain up in New York, but we have what we did not have last night, and that is some bona fide aces on the bump. Matt, how's your Thursday going? What's going on, my man?
It's going better now that I'm with you. I'm happy to be doing this Thursday show with you. Is this can't be your first time like seeing DC and stuff, correct?
You know, I went to the Nationals Park about 10 or 15 years ago, and then I did the whole, tour DC as an 8th grader, which was a long, long time ago for your boy Ham. So I have not done all the touristy stuff in quite some time.
Yeah, it's been a long time, honestly. Now that I said that, like asking you, went one time as a family trip, years ago in like elementary school, and then our 8th grade trip was also there, but I missed that trip because I was sick. So I've only really been there once. So, you're Mr. World Traveler. Today you're in Virginia. Tomorrow you'll be in Tennessee. Next day, you'll probably be back in Cali. Who knows? But you're living the life over there. We're happy over here just to be in your presence.
I wish I was living the life, just trying to grind like everybody else. But no, happy to be here. Our guy G. Rosin was doing some traveling himself. So, so I'm filling in for him today. Appreciate each and every one of you tuning into the show. We got 5 games. We're going to break it all down. I was close last night, Matt, real close. You were real close. I think Monday night had a couple other I'm not going to call them bad beats, but close calls. So we're rocking and rolling. So we're going to try to break it all down for you as well tonight. You can see the stone I have pulled up here. We're going to go game by game. Like I mentioned a little bit earlier, there is some rain in New York, so make sure you're just paying attention to those Brewers games and to those Astros games. But the Astros at the Yankees is the first game up on the slate. Hayden Wesneski taking on Garrett Cole. You needed those Yankees last night, Matt. You're going back to them tonight against Hayden Wesneski. And then also Garrett Cole. Talk to me this one. Astros at the Yankees.
Yeah, so this game is one of the 2 with weather concerns right now, both New York games. So just keep that in mind going into the slate. That being said, we'll talk about it as if, this game's going to play. And presuming it does, there's a lot to like about the Yankees side here. I mean, Wesneski has not been impressive. The Yankees have gotten going. Bellinger back in the lineup. It's been a nice boost. Luis Garcia, hot. This lineup looks good right now. Obviously, a good place to hit. I don't think it's like the greatest hitting weather in New York, but, only 5 games. We don't have any of the major ballparks, Sacramento, Coors, Great American. So we're good there. And then I think Garrett Cole is really intriguing. It's not like a great matchup on paper, obviously. Houston has a potent lineup. Certainly Alvarez is the main guy you got to navigate through, but Cole's been good, and I think he falls through the cracks on this slate. I think he comes in pretty low owned, and the ownership leverage on a slate like this is important. So I think the Yankees are right atop the list as far as top stacks go, and Cole is a really nice contrarian look in my opinion. How about you?
Yeah. I mean, with the Miz kid on the bump and Chris Sale, I think you're right that Garrett Cole is going to come in super low owned. Even on a 2-pitcher site like DraftKings, right? So Cole in tournaments, assuming and at 8,500 and against this Astros team, but he gets a lot. Not that revenge is the big thing, but he is a former Astro outside of Yordan Alvarez. I mean, nothing really scares me that much. I mean, Paredes can go deep, that's for sure. Pena can, but I think there's some Ks, especially at the bottom half of that lineup as well. So, yeah, I mean, Garrett Cole's a distinct number 3 for me, but he is in play in tournaments in my opinion, if you're going to play, I don't know, 5+ teams.
Well, I know you're a Sale fanboy, so I know you love him, and it's hard not to love Miz ever. So I do like that you have him third because I also have him third, but I think majority of the field is going to have him fourth by a lot with Yamamoto third. Give me Cole over Yamamoto. Can't really argue Cole over Sale or Miz outside of the fact that he's so much cheaper. So, like, I could play him over Misiorowski or Sale, even if I don't think he's going to outscore them. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Miz is 12K. I know we're not getting there yet, but Miz at 12K against that Mets team with some weather. I mean,
especially with how much you like Sale in general. Like, yeah, I'm sure you'd love to play Sale and Miz, but I know you love Sale here. So, like, if you're playing Sale, it's hard to fit him and Miz together. Anytime you're spending over 20K with both your pitching spots, it's like difficult to build.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get it. It's tough to do it. So Cole maybe comes in a little higher based on, like I said, he is only $8,500, but yeah, I don't know if I'm getting him over Chris Sale. We'll just have to see what it looks like. Anything else on this one? You want to move to the next one?
Yeah, I think let's move to the next one. I mean, how do you feel about – how high would you rank the Yankees offense tonight?
Yeah, I say they're number one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see who you have over them. And you don't have to tell me right now. We got eight more teams to choose from. Next up on the slate is Noah Cameron taking on former Astro legend Spencer Arrighetti, your boy, in the Blue Jays outfit now. Blue Jays, you can never stack them. They haven't been on the winner all season long. Taking on the Royals. Talk to me about this one. You got Bobby Witt north of the border taking on this Blue Jays team.
Yeah, this is my favorite stack on the board. Kansas City here. Yeah, Kansas City against Arrighetti, who I think is just not good. We've not that I'm mentioning him.
Not we.
Yes.
You've.
No. I was going to say we've had arguments about Arrighetti before, and I remember he shoved on me when you liked him that one slate. So, but that was with his former team. Clearly, the Astros saw enough where they were like, "We're good." Now pitching for Toronto. Hasn't been good. He wasn't good for Houston. He had some good starts at home, but his underlying stuff was always bad. The Royals have been one of the best teams in baseball over the past 10 games. Now, that doesn't really mean they are, but I don't mind riding the hot wave. They had won 9 in a row until yesterday. I don't think they're owned as much as some of the other teams on this slate, and I think they look just as good. I love this matchup. The Royals run a little bit, smaller slate. A lot of it goes back to there's no cores, there's none of those ballparks. You know, I think the Yankees certainly have more power, but I think as a full stack, the Royals are my top dog today. So, yeah, I like them here. And then, honestly, I don't mind some pieces of the Jays. Cameron's been good, but a couple starts ago, he threw a ton of pitches in that complete game shutout. Was okay his last start. I think he kind of feels that. I think he hits that regression today. It's not the worst matchup for him, but I'm more on Toronto bats than I am Cameron himself on this slate. McAdoo leading off at like close to min price is a really, really nice option in all formats. And I don't mind mini stacking Toronto or playing them as, full 5-man, depending on how many lineups you're playing.
Yeah. I mean, what I like about both of these, I'll call them stacks if you were going to play them, was you can get Miz and Sale and pretty much stack both of these as 5-mans. Obviously, you have to get the bottom half of the lineup with the Royals because Bobby Witt is 6,300, but you got a 2,600, 2,300, 3K, 2,800. Same story over there on the Blue Jays side, much more palatable at $2,200 leadoff. And what about that guy batting second for Toronto? $3,900 for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Man, how the mighty have fallen. That's a bargain basement price. Has he hit a home run at home yet, Matt, this year?
He has not, so we're still waiting for it. That's cheap, though. I mean, you got to I feel like, and again, we're way deep in the season now, so it's certainly not going to be the same. But much was made about Fernando Tatis in the first half of the year and his struggles and his lack of home runs. He's been like the best hitter in baseball over the past however while. So Vlad, we probably won't see that, but like in the grand scheme of like baseball players, Vlad's still really good. in my opinion. You know, so you're getting him at 3,900 here cheap. I don't hate it at all.
Yeah, it's like I said, if you want to stack the two best pitchers, I think the Blue Jays are going to be popular amongst teams like that because they are so cheap. Moving on to the next game, another rain game, so make sure you're paying attention to that. The Mets have a sub-3 run total taking on Jacob Misiorowski. In about, 30, 45 days, they'll crown him, maybe longer than that, they'll crown him the 2026 Cy Young Award winner. Taking on this Mets team, I love taking pitchers in this ballpark. I'm not a huge fan of stacks in this ballpark, so interested to get your take on probably just the Brewers as a stack. They're taking Sean Manaea, who shoved, I think that was 2 starts ago, Matt, if I'm not mistaken. But you got the Brewers. You were all over the Brewers last night. Great call by you, scoring 8 runs. Taking on a lefty tonight, so you see a lot of righties up in the top half of the lineup. Talk to me about this one. Brewers at the Mets. What's the potential bad rain?
So, yeah, Manaea, he shoved 2 starts ago in Pittsburgh against the Pirates and then has come back down to earth since. I don't really like him on this slate, just too many other guys that I prefer. He's cheap, though. So, like, smaller slate. You want to flip the build a little bit. I don't hate the idea of playing Manaea. It's just not for me personally. I kind of like the idea of going back to Milwaukee bats here, but I think the ownership might be there tonight where, it was kind of there yesterday. Tonight, I think it'll really be there, but it makes sense. I mean, there's good pitching on this slate. Milwaukee set their lineup up nice tonight. Cheerio back in our lives leading off, and then Lara hitting second, who's coming off a nice game. There's pinch hit risk in this lineup tonight because they got guys back like Sal Frelick, but I'm sure he'll get in there when the righty comes in. So
he's starting. He's batting 7th.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, someone's not. Mitchell. Maybe they just leave it as it is, though. Maybe they don't do as much pinch hitting. We'll have to wait and see. I didn't see Frelick in there. My bad there.
Well, no, Gary the Goat will come out, right? Maybe Mitchell there. Who's not in the lineup is Christian Yelich.
Yeah, so he'll probably come in there at some point, depending on the game scenario. If a righty comes in, like if Lara is batting with guys on base, even in like the middle innings, and it's a leverage spot, and a righty comes in, I would expect Yelich to come in for him, But we'll see. Lara could get there in his first bat, and he's cheap and he runs. So, yeah, the pinch hit risk stuff aside, I do like Milwaukee here. Again, you have to go back to it being a smaller slate. I think their upside when they get there is slate breaking. So they run a little bit. They have power. Just know that if this game is close or if they don't get there against Manaea, some of these guys are likely coming out. But it's okay. Not interested in the Mets at all. And it's really just about with Miz, can you pay $12K for him? I think he projects as the best pitcher on the slate. Sale hasn't been as dominant as he was at the beginning of the year. Like on a start-to-start basis, I'm with you. I love Chris Sale. So, like, I always want to play him. But, man, he's against the Dodgers. He hasn't been elite lately. And you're paying full freight for him. But you're also paying full freight for Miz. And that's even way more expensive. 20% more than Sale. So, I like both. I don't have a strong opinion of I like Miz or Sale more than the other one. I think Miz is cleaner just because of the matchup. Like, give me the match over the Dodgers any day of the week. But if you want expensive bats, that 12K tag is difficult. So I like Miz a lot here. If I'm playing one lineup, I'd like to play Miz. But, I also kind of have to wait and see how the cheap bats play out.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, like, if you're single entry, is Miz a must play? It doesn't sound like he is to you. I would definitely have him in a single entry team. I would probably be having him 3 of 3. I know you differ than me a lot when it comes to that, but I think Miz is in a great spot, especially when I open up the Stone and I see Christopher Morel, Brett Beatty, the corpse of Marcus Semien, Jared Young. Like, I'm not scared of any of those bats. I'm not scared of any of these bats, to be honest with you. Maybe Francisco Lindor, Jacob Misiorowski, I think is in a great spot, and I think he's going to dominate, and I think he's going to score more than 25.92 DraftKings points, which is what we have him projected at right now.
You have a lot of really strong takes, and most of your takes are right on point, but you have been off with some of your mistakes before.
About that. And I have a lot of bad takes too, but I'm going to take my chances. I mean,
you do. Tolu Smith, just mainly the number one that comes to mind there.
I wasn't going there.
Never forget. It's hashtag never forget. What's it called? Yeah. To answer your question, I do think if I'm playing single entry, I'm playing Miz. But to differ with you, if I'm playing 3 lineups, I don't have to play Miz in all 3, just because of like how he can. You know what I mean? Like he's going to be really popular too, and that price tag, prohibits you in lineup construction in ways that if you don't have him, doesn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, who's going to get you 40 on this slate besides him?
I agree, but the only counter I'll say to you is your top, or not even counter, question I have for you. Your top stack is the Yankees. They're expensive, especially the guys you want. How are you stacking the Yankees you want? And I know you like to play the guys that are good at the top of the lineup with Miz.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't built any team yet, but I mean, you'd have to throw in there. I mean, Austin Wells, obviously. I love stacking a catcher, especially at cheap, because in my 5-man or 4-man over on FanDuel, like I love playing the catcher. But yeah, you're going to need some of those cheap guys. And then I never like stacking the Jays, but man, those prices are good. Like $3,900 for Vladimir Guerrero against a lefty. I just think that's a good price tag. I don't even.
Then it comes like, who are you playing him over in the Yankees? Like Garcia. I mean, obviously. Yeah. So
I don't know. I haven't started.
You can't play everyone.
But I love Miz tonight. Obviously.
You know who else? You know who else is really cheap that I like that we'll get there is San Francisco. I mean, they are even cheaper than Toronto, so you can make it work.
Yeah. We got some good stuff going. If it was my normal Friday show, Michael, save that for tomorrow. We're going to hammer Matt with that tomorrow. Don't you worry about that.
What is it?
I'm not. You can't look. I'm not telling. We're going to save it.
I'm looking now. It's something. Okay. Yeah. I realized as soon as I fell into it.
I got to show it now. The Weatherman. Check out Matt's new Twitter handle at Weatherman Matt.
I wish, man. I would love. I mean, I wish. There's a market for that right now.
Yeah, there is. If anyone wants to go to meteorology school, now's the time to do it. But yeah, Miz, I want to give like a hot take so people will come back tomorrow and just razz Ham when he's wrong. But I'm saying 30 plus. We'll see how it is. I wish my boy Nades was in the chat. Nades would be all over Miz with me. You're not going to find any Nades or Newens. I need Nades or Newens in the house to come back me up on how great Miz is tonight.
I mean, no one's not on Miz with you. That's the thing. It's not like I'm saying don't play Miz. He's just hella expensive. Like no one's gonna be like he's a bad play.
Well, not a bad play, but if I'm
you're acting like you're acting like you have some contrarian take about him.
No, I think my contrarian take is like I'm playing him in 100% of the teams if I'm playing 3 teams. But
yeah, I mean,
assuming the weather is good. Justin says the Mets shell Miz. Book it.
I doubt that. I mean, he doesn't really get shelled.
He doesn't
really get shelled. Yeah, I mean, I'll say this though, and like there are certainly anomalies in everything in life. So like you can't just look at an anomaly and be like, oh. But if someone had said that about the Angels and Gavin Williams, we would have said the same thing 2 nights ago.
I was all over that. I had Angels scoring 10 that game.
Okay, I'm sure you did. Yeah.
I was surprised. I was pissed. I was all the things. I just knew he was going to have 10 Ks. He gave up 10 runs instead. Didn't get out of the third or something like that.
He didn't get out of the second. I do think though, Gavin's been really good, but Miz is a whole different level. Yeah.
All right, we shall see. Obviously, I want to check the weather too. I mean, that's all weather dependent. If there's even like a slimmer that game, like the way I play, Matt, you may be different. But like if there's even like a slimmer of like there's like a mid-game delay, like I'm out on the pitchers. Like
you can't be like that on a slate like this, in my opinion. Like I get why
you
like
what?
that.
Like,
I don't think you can be like how you're saying. Like if there's a slight chance at a mid-game delay, I'm out on the best pitcher on the slate. I guess to that point, like this is a slate where you can find two alternatives. So in that sense, I guess you're fine doing that. But I do think you're boxing yourself into a corner. But to your main point, if there's weather, like real weather concerns in a spot, I'm mostly getting away from it.
Yeah, I don't know, but to me, the reason I say that, like if you're paying $12K for a pitcher and he gets 13 and pulled because they have a rain delay, and Sale goes for 30, you're cooked.
Well, what about the times that they don't have the rain delay and Miz goes for 40, like you were talking about?
Yeah, you're cooked then too. So
I mean, we're cooked no matter what, basically.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, let's go to the next game. 2 games left. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. You got a daily double dose, or not a daily, but you got a double dose of Matt and Ham today and tomorrow. Next game up on the slate, I'll call it the marquee game of the day. 2 great games, I believe. I know the Braves won in dramatic fashion. I think that was 2 nights ago. I forget who won. Who won last night, Matt?
Braves.
Braves won again last night. I think Sean Murphy hit a bomb late too as well. But Dodgers, Yamamoto taking on Chris Sale. You said it earlier. He hasn't been as dominant. He's almost a clear 4 points behind Misiorowski in the projection column tonight. This Dodgers lineup loaded up and down. Tommy Edman had a really good game last night. Freddie Freeman has moved down to the cleanup spot, lefty-lefty. Talk to me a little bit about this game. Dodgers at the Braves.
I think I'm going to mostly take like the weak move out of here and probably just be mostly off the Dodgers and Sale. Like, I like Sale. I could always play Sale. And if I were picking one, I would play Sale over the Dodgers here because as much as I like the idea of stacking low on Dodgers, I respect Sale enough, and I don't love the Dodgers against lefties. If Sale were a righty, I'd probably reverse that, and I'd like the Dodgers a little bit more than Sale, but he's not. He's the lefty. So I do like Sale more, but given the current form and given how good the Dodgers are, I like other pitchers, and I like other offenses. That said, I recognize that Sale himself and the Dodgers himself both offer really high upside. And on a lot of slates, I think Sale would be low owned. Doesn't look like Sale is going to be low owned here. So in tournaments, Sale is Sale. I think the Dodgers certainly have a role on this slate. I think I'm probably going to be lower on both sides. Yamamoto and the Braves, it's kind of the same thing, man. Like, the Braves aren't quite as good as the Dodgers, but the Braves are one of the best offenses in baseball when they're going well. Yamamoto isn't quite as good as Sale, but he's also one of the best pitchers in baseball when he's going well. He's just not quite as good of a DFS pitcher because he doesn't have the strikeout prowess, but he's also an ace. I don't love him because I like Miz and I like Garrett Cole. We'll talk about another pitcher I like in a little bit, but I don't love the Braves against him. The Braves have been good to me recently, though. Like, I think they come in real low owned. Oh, no. I like the Braves. Yeah, I like the Braves as a contrarian stack. I'm going to say that right now. It's not about the matchup against Yamamoto. It's the ownership and an offense that's really good that's going to be unowned. I think the Dodgers actually get love here, more so than the Braves. So give me Atlanta if I'm choosing offenses here. But if I'm playing one lineup personally, I don't think I'm getting to anything from this game.
Yeah, that's a great take. I'm with you. If you want to get contrarian, I think the Braves are in a great spot. Top half of the lineup would be me. And we talked about it. You said it earlier. It's tough to play the big boy pitchers and the big boy bats. So to me, that's why the Braves are going to be unknown, is because the guys you want aren't affordable with the big name pitchers. So, and then the Dodgers side, it would be one-offs for me. One-off Shohei or one-off Mookie Betts would be the only scenario where I'm taking Chris Sale. 3,900 for Mookie. I do love that. Shortstop eligibility, batting third, gets the platoon advantage. I'm not saying I love it, but I think if I was playing one and wanted to get a little bit different, I think 3,900 Mookie, 3,900 Vlad, and we may be on to something tonight, Matt.
This slate for a 5-game slate has a lot of different ways it could play out. Like, I like Garrett Cole, but would you be surprised if Houston got there tonight? No, because it's Houston. They're really good. Same with Atlanta. and the Dodgers, but both pitchers against them could also be needed. It's really that type of slate where I know you love like the 3-prongers. This whole slate is like a 20-pronger.
What's your philosophy like on a small slate? Like, are
You can
more
use
apt-
pitchers against your hitters. You get hitters against your pitchers for sure. Definitely.
And then are you more apt to do like a 4-2-2 or a 4-3-1? Or are you really sticking with a 5-3, 5-2 on a small slate?
I'm not any less or more apt. I'll play 4-4s on big slates. I'll play 4-4s on this slate, on slates like this. I'll mostly play 5-mans because I like playing 5-man. It's just easier to build. You could get into tons of different types of plus EV roster constructions. For me, I tend to usually build 5-mans, and then depending on the slate or that specific lineup, what I'll do is the other 3. But I think you can definitely diversify it on not only this slate, but bigger slates too. So no, I don't change it up just because of the slate size, but I also don't only play 5-mans.
What would you ever play a 5-1-1?
Yeah, I play 5X sometimes, 5-1-1-1. Definitely. I mean, especially if I'm using a really cheap stack and there's elite one-offs I like, okay. So yeah, definitely in play for me. That's not how I usually build. Usually it's, I don't know this, but like if I ever had a breakdown of my usual constructions, I would say it's usually 5-2-1, then probably 5-3.
Yep. Which I think is normal for the most part. Excellent stuff there. Let's head over to the next game. Last game up on the slate. Got those D-backs. They're fighting the other team. They are balking and not getting called on the balks. Now they head into place the Giants. Tony Vitello.
You forgot their best players in the casino during games.
Best players in the casino during games. I was reading something earlier today. Like he was in his hotel room. He wouldn't leave his hotel room. They knew where he was. Back-to-back seasons. Ketel Marte just said, "Nah, fam, I'm good. I'm not going to play." We'll see how that plays out in the locker room. But, hey, they may not need him. They won back-to-back against those Cubs. Now they go to the Giants to play Tony Vitello's team, Landon Roop, Jose Cabrera in this one, Corbin Carroll, Marino, Perdomo. Talk to me about this one. You talked about it a little bit earlier. I want to hear your take. Diamondbacks at the Giants.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a hot take or not, but I like all things Giants in this game a lot.
Oh, wow.
I like Landon Raup at 7,500 quite a bit, and I like the Giants here for sure. Cabrera is not good. Again, do I like using hitters from this ballpark on main slates? No. But our usual main slates 5 games without any of the big ballparks? Also no. So much more with it tonight. Cabrera, not good. No problem picking on the Zona bullpen. San Fran just got done beating up on Cincinnati. They lost that last game because they gave up 7 in the 9th, but they scored a bunch of runs that series. Devers is hot. I think they come in low owned, and you're picking on one of, if not the worst pitcher on the slate. So, yeah, I like the Giants here. I like Raup. Arizona, to me, you could play them because I don't think Raup is anything like special. I just like him because of the price tag in the park. But I think I'm lower on Arizona than the field will be. I like the Royals, as I mentioned, more. The Brewers, the Jays, the Giants, I like more than the Diamondbacks. But, the Diamondbacks still have really good pieces you can use, especially if you're not playing Raup. The 3 guys you mentioned especially. And then they're really cheap outside that. So if you're playing like a Miz, Sale, whatever, and you don't play the expensive guys in Arizona, you could probably get to, 5-man cheap Diamondback stack. But other than that, I'm not as high as the field is.
Yeah, I think, just doing the dry run over on Sabre, it looks like the Giants and the D-backs will be like the 4th and 5th best stack as it relates to stacks over there. Number 4 and 5 behind the ones we talked about earlier. I don't like this game. I hate stacking in this park, even though Jose Fernandez is not very good, but I get it. That'll do it for me. That's 5 games. We went by that pretty quick, about a half hour. If you aren't a member over at the Nation, head over there now. Tambo and crew just announced we're bringing Ship It games back where we give away over, I think it's $45,000 this year. to all the members. So make sure you head on over to shippingnation.com. Check that out. You can join us to check us out for 5 days for $19. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Matt, before we get out of here, we've pretty much given you all the picture take and the stack take. I need one home run. I need a home run call of the day. We'll get on out of here. Then we'll be back to do it all over again on Friday.
We're going to go leading off for the Jays. Charles McAdoo hitting one tonight off Montgomery. I like that. I like those cheap Jays.
Cheap Jays you like. I'm gonna give you a contrarian home run call of the day. I talked about him a little bit ago. He's batting third. He's from Nashville. He's batting right-handed. $3,900. Mookie Betts going dong tonight. Potential to go double dong. Hey, appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow, same time. Well, early, 30 minutes earlier, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got a bigger slate tomorrow. Can't wait to break that one all down. I'll be back in the home office breaking it down for my guy, Matt. I'm Ham. Good luck tonight in those contests. We'll see you at the top of the leaderboards. Just ship it.